Everyone, it's Melinda here from cloudy, drizzly Charlotte. We are getting just a few winds right now from Hurricane Florence, but we're looking to have more of the rain and shit later. So I wanted to quickly hop on here to talk about my favorite exercise for intuition because I had promised to do it and the week just got away from me. And I said, let me do it before I run out the door to do one more quick errand before Florence starts to show up even more. So, for my favorite intuition tapping exercise, we all have the gifts of intuition. We all have that inner knowing, that inner wisdom. We all are born with it because we are the creator's beings. And so, my favorite exercise that I learned from my mentor when I first started to expand my intuition gifts was a just kind of a tapping in exercise, because really what we do when we are flexing our intuition muscles is that we are tapping into that inner wisdom and really understanding that knowledge and what we are trying to gain in that clarity that we're really looking for. So what I usually do is tell people to grab a notebook and a pen and just sit in a chair or sit on the floor or sit in your bed, or you can even lie down. I wouldn't suggest lying down with this one, but I would just like sit on the corner of my bed and ground yourself, or you can sit on the ground and ground yourself in your room or in a chair with a chair back, and just kind of breathe in and breathe out, letting go of any worries, any cares, anything that is not serving you at that point. And then as you do that for about 2 or 3 breaths, then think of a question that's really at the tip of your heart, that you are really struggling with, that you just need that clarity, that you just want to understand right now. And sometimes it could just be simple as, what's next? What do I need to know for today? What is it that I need to know for my next move? What am I going to eat? How am I feeling? Just something like that. Something that's pressing on your heart that you need that clarity for. And ask it while your eyes are closed. So your eyes are closed and you're just breathing in and out, and you're letting go. And then you open your eyes after you ask that question and you zoom in a box, a small box. And whatever you're zooming in on, you see it and it's in your vision. Don't look outside of it. Don't look around the room. Just look at what's in that box. And I want you to write down 5 to 10 things that are in that box. And you can also, write down what you're feeling, what you're smelling, what you're hearing. Use all of your senses at this time to really get it down. Then and this is where that book comes in, because that's where you're going to write it down, those 5 things, 5 to 10 things. And then you're going to write a story based off of those 5 to 10 things that you, saw in that box. And it can start off as, once upon a time, a girl named Sue, or something like that. Just starting off that way. And I want you to plug in those 5 to 10 things from the story into that story. And it can be as long as short as you want it. And after you finish, just say, and so it is. Then go back through that story and see, does it answer that question? Don't look at it too hardly as, oh my God, I did. But just read over it and see. And I bet you 9 out of 10 times that story is going to lead you in the right direction to either answer the question or to start to answer that question. Because when we allow ourselves to be blank slates, we are opening up to our inner wisdom, to that inner intuition, to allow us to hear and see and smell and to think more clearly. Because a lot of our day-to-day activities, we are so jam-packed with the shit that's going on in our lives that we haven't really been able to tune in. And like I said before, our intuition is like a dial. It's like the radio dial, if you know the old analog. So you have to fine tune it and turn it on. And it's already on, but you got to clear it up, clear that static out, so that you are able to clearly hear what has to be said to you. And I want you to practice this a couple times. just, you can do it daily. You can do, my favorite other thing to do as far as is the daily check-in is, how am I feeling emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically? Ask those 4 questions daily, in the morning and in the afternoon. That way you are really getting a picture of your overall health, and how can you tweak some things to get yourself on the direction and in alignment that you want to. Because a lot of people think we have to be perfect. We have to be these, perfect beings, and everything has to be totally in alignment. And it doesn't work that way all the time. We can be in a 85 to 95 percentile in our lives, and that means we're functioning well. Once we start to dip below 70, that's when we really have to start tinkering with things and getting stuff back in alignment. But most of the time, we put on this, air about having to be in this perfect alignment, and shit has to always be perfect, and life is always got to be this balance. And I just unfollowed somebody on Twitter yesterday, because she was living in a fucking dream world. She's like, oh, life is so perfect. And yeah, I understand the, speaking it into air, but it felt a little just poo-poo, and like, fuck you guys who have all this, have some drama going on. I'm just living in this dream world, and I don't have those problems that you peasants have. Fuck you. Like, fuck you. We all have those problems, and we all have shit going on. So yeah, don't think that life has to be this perfect magic thing. Yeah, what I say is life is in alignment for me at this time. Yeah, I am whole and complete as I am, and I'm a work in progress. Adopt those things, but leave that perfect shit alone, because life is not always going to be perfect. You may be in alignment and some stuff may be going well for you, but you may be assisting family members or friends that are going through a rough time and being that support. And yeah, it does affect you. And sometimes we want to be like, oh, we're going to leave that toxic shit alone. Yeah, but sometimes we do take it on, and we do have to acknowledge that shit is not right in other people's lives. And yeah, I am able and capable of being there, and it hurts me just as much as it's hurt them. And you don't have to take on their full weight, but you do sometimes take on some of those feelings, and you have to unpack it and say, yeah, that's their shit, and I want to be there for them, but it's hurting me as well. And honor that hurt and pain that you're feeling, and honor that those emotions and that spiritual hurt or pain or that spiritual growth. Yeah, we're growing and we're becoming more in alignment to what we desire, and we're attracting those things. But don't think that life is always going to be fucking perfect, because it's not. And I want you to really let go of that perfectionism. We are in Virgo season, and so yes, we are nitpicking ourselves and really, downcasting a lot of shit. But celebrate the small stuff. Celebrate that you're breathing. Be grateful that you are just alive one more day, and that you are taking a step into be in alignment to where you're trying to go. Don't poo things. Shit gets rough sometimes, and we do have those battles that we fight, but just be grateful for in the moment. This morning I woke up and I had the terriblest migraine. One day I haven't had in a long ass time, but I still was grateful that I was able to just be able to get up and move, because some people sometimes I have migraines to the point where I can't even go to the bathroom without crying. So I was grateful for being able to have active use of my limbs, to be able to walk, to be able to, talk and eat and drink some water to keep myself nourished. Until now, I'm up and ready to go. Just those little things. Don't always poo-poo life because you're down. Yeah, we go through our valleys, but even in the valley, you can just say, I'm grateful for breathing. I'm grateful for this second, this minute that I have. Life, again, will not always be perfect, and I want you to honor that. In doing that, in listening to that inner wisdom, that's why I gave this one of my quick favorite examples. And also to check in with yourself daily. Do that daily check-in. I might even pop on once or twice a week to ask you, how are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Do you need a listening ear? Sometimes we don't show up for ourselves, but we'll show up for other people. And I want you to show up for yourself, even if it is for 5 minutes. Show up for yourself and be grateful for who you are and what you're going through in a minute. We have this I'm living in a city where the hurricane is possibly coming, and it may, do damage, but I'm grateful to know that I still have lights and power, and, air conditioning is still coming on, and I'm able to charge my phone, and I have gas in my car and stuff like that. But the other stuff may be still shitty going on other places, but I'm grateful. And I'm grateful that those people that I know that are also in this state are being protected, and that ancestors and the creator are keeping them protected. We can replace other things, but sometimes we can't replace our spirit, and we can't replace who we are, but we can get alignment to who we are becoming. And so again, honor who you are becoming. Honor who you are today. Be grateful for who you are today and what's going on in your life. Even if it's the smallest thing, is again that I am grateful that I am able to breathe this moment at this time, at this very hour. Do not just poo-poo and think that, oh my God, life is just shitty because it's not perfect. Fuck the perfect. Know that you are in the right place at the right time right now. You are whole and complete as you are right now. Either if you're listening live or later, you are whole and complete. Do not give up on yourself, because I won't give up on you, because I can't give up on myself. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.